Chop, chop, choppity chop, 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 choppity chop. Cook it, bake, cook it, do-do-do-do, da, da, da.
Welcome, everyone, to Panic at the Pantry. I'm Grant Herms. I'm a journalist and a passionate home cook, and this is the show where we raid your fridge, raid your pantry to write recipes, not tragedies. And I'm always joined by Chef Daniela Colada. And Daniela, your bio is going to change a little bit for our third episode.
It is. So, hi, everyone. I am Chef Daniela Colada. I'm a professional chef, culinary instructor, and I am the owner and founder of Colada Culinary. We're very excited.
Very
Yeah.
excited. Okay, tell me about this. I know that you have been working so hard on this. I mean, like, you've been texting me about these things because, like, I'm excited for the wins. We're here to celebrate the wins, and this is such a big one. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. It's been a really long time coming. I would say 20 plus years in the making of that. I've wanted to do this for so long. And so finally it's here. I launched the Colada Culinary Collective, Colada Culinary for short. It's been a wild month and I literally put this together in about a month. I'm so pumped. I am so happy and I'm truly honored and humbled by everyone who's come together to help me do this. And I would have never been able to do it in the short period of time that I did without the support from a million different friends and family, you included. So I appreciate you all so much. My mission stays the same, no matter what. It's always stayed the same, no matter the name, connecting people through food, through learning, through community, and having like a damn good time in the kitchen.
And so,
Always.
these are personal cooking classes still, right?
Yes. So we're doing a number of different things. There is one-on-one personal cooking classes where I come to your home. There is private events where people can hold and host anyone from 6 people to 12 people in their home. I come in and I cook, but there's an interactive element. For example, we do homemade tortillas and we'll pair that with, I believe it's like a tequila braised chicken or something like that. So I have it all written down. I'm still working on everything. So yes, those elements exist. And also there's community classes, which I am beyond thrilled. I am renting the coolest spot that I found in downtown Plymouth. So it's at the Park Building, the Plymouth Arts and Recreation Building. It's this, you would love it. It's this old building was built, I think, in 1917. It was Plymouth's original high school. And in the 1970s, they shut it down and then they reopened again as this amazing complex. And it is a hub for artists. The Michigan Philharmonic is housed there. Just a million different, well, not a million, but a lot of different people doing different things. And it's a really cool space. And the old home ec room was bought by a wonderful woman named Marlo. And they has just transformed it. So it's for culinary instructors like me to rent out for their companies to teach people. It's a dream come true.
That's amazing. It's very funny that it is an old home ec room, like like
I know.
facts or whatever we used to when we were in school. That's what they called it.
Yes.
But
Yes.
I
Yes.
this is also where I met you, was as a culinary instructor, and like
Yes.
I have seen you at work in this way, and it is where you shine. I mean, like, you shine everywhere, but like brightest is in this way. And so, like, I'm so excited for you to be able to have a space to do that again, because it is so clear that this is what you love to do. I mean, we wouldn't be doing this show without you wanting to be that person and wanting to expand this way. And so to be able to have a brick and mortar where you get to do that again is so great. And like, when you walked in there, did it like flood you with memories of past mentors and teachers? It
yeah.
had to have, right?
It did. And I couldn't believe this space existed because I looked at a lot of commissaries and it just wasn't quite the right fit. And when I walked in, I just said, oh my gosh, I have to rent this space. And I talked about with the owner, the kismet that has existed and it keeps happening. There is just this gem of a human being named Chef Allie who owns Vintage Kitchen. She teaches out of there as well. And she has supported me immensely through this process and just given me gifts that not in my wildest dreams. I didn't think this would happen in this way. So it was all meant to be. And I am so very excited about the classes are coming up. I have a class on October 23rd. It's my All Hallows Eve class. I'm teaching everyone how to make an ancho chili with a super little secret that I have going on in that chili, and pumpkin spice cornbread. And we're actually making a little extra pumpkin spice homemade. Because look, I love pumpkins. Pumpkin spice doesn't have pumpkin in it, everyone, but I love the blend of spices that is pumpkin spice. But this nonsense that they pump out, this syrup full of unnatural flavors. No, we're going to teach people how to make actual pumpkin spice, and they get to take a little home with them too and put it in cornbread. It is just going to be absolutely delicious. And that's on October 23rd. I have classes all the way through November posted. And what's great is that I have a website now. So it's culinary.com. And all you have to do is go on, browse through the classes, and just book your ticket right there. You can also book private one-on-ones there, browse the private events that I talked about. And of course, we're housed there now.
Yes.
So
Yes,
we
we
have
are.
all our stuff up there.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is so exciting, and I cannot wait to ride your coattails for this. Really, I'm so happy that you finally were able to figure this out and get this done. It's so great.
Yeah, it really has been just magic the entire way through. So I'm exhausted and I'm thrilled, and I know there's going to be more exhausting things to come, but we're very happy. So visit kalataculinary.com. It's KALOTA culinary.com, and you'll find everything housed there. And please don't ever hesitate to email me. It's savor@kalataculinary.com. So I can answer any questions that you have.
And those things will be in the show notes for this episode too. So if you didn't catch that right away, there'll be a link to click in whatever app you're listening to here. But speaking of magic, let's get to the magic of Panic at the Pantry here, because
Yeah.
I want to remind listeners, because it's only episode 3, that what we do is we take callers who want to answer this universal question of what am I going to make for dinner with what I have in this fridge? And they're like, I don't know what to do here. And also, we don't use AI. We don't use a cookbook in front of us. We're not, there's nobody on the other side of this where we're phoning a friend here. This is all done real time as the caller is waiting. So we go through their pantry and their fridge, and we do it right in front of us.
You will see Grant and I taking vigorous notes here, because that's what we just have literally notepads in front of us that we are taking notes on, just the power of our creativity. And that's what makes this so cool. And a little bit of magic too. That's alchemy is the word of the day, I suppose.
I like it. Alchemy is a very fun word. Also, not a wrong word for kind of what we did here with our caller today. There are little alchemy here, little things that you wouldn't have thought to put together that we ended up making this thing work.
It was because your mind, as soon as you went there, your mind sparked my mind. I was like, oh, I know exactly where he's going, and I love it. I love it. I love it. So that was magic.
All right. Well, before we get to the tip of the episode here, make sure that you are following or subscribe to the show on whatever podcast app you listen to it on. You got to like and subscribe and leave a comment or a review on any of those apps, but also on YouTube. If you're a watcher there, it really helps give the show a boost just as we're starting here and as Kalata Culinary is starting right now as well. And you can tag us on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Kalata Culinary, KALOTA Culinary, and on YouTube, it is panic.atthepantry, but you can search both of those things on any of those platforms and we'll pop up. And if you want to be a caller, that's how you get a hold of us. You got to slide into our DMs and ask us to take a look at your fridge, even though you say you might be a little embarrassed. But
They all say that.
We all say
and
that.
It's so, and we haven't come across that yet. I mean, it's only episode 3. But when I have in conversations with people, I'd like to be on that podcast, but I'm so embarrassed. I go, I bet you money. We should start taking bets on this. I bet you money it's not as bad as you think that it is.
It never is. And all it takes is a fresh pair of eyes in those places. Yeah. And I think that's what this is. But speaking of fresh, I think your tip for this episode is one that it's all about fresh chicken. Let's say that. Segues are hard. But
it needs it needs to be said. Let's put it this way. Yeah. We don't have to have a segue at all. The tip of the episode needs to be said, and it needs to be heard. So I want everyone to open up their ears for a second, because sometimes I get the immediate, no, yes. So it is about chicken, as Grant said. A little bit controversy. I love a good controversy, really. So I don't care.
Is it controversial? Or are people just dumb and like?
No, people. I wouldn't say it's dumb. It's just they're misinformed, and then they get stubborn about it. And they get stubborn about it because their mother did it and their grandmother did it, and etc. And I understand, but I'm going to come at this to you from a science-based. Stop giving your chicken a bath. Stop it. Stop rinsing your chicken. Stop putting it in the sink. Stop. Rinsing chicken is bad. Yes, you heard me. It is bad. B-A-D. It is bad on a couple different fundamental levels. First of all, when you rinse the chicken, you're rinsing it, and potential little flecks of chicken water are getting everywhere that you will never be able to see. You can Lysol the entire place. They've done this, actually. You should look it up, where they've put that glow light on chicken and then rinsed it. It gets everywhere, and you could bleach it. You're not going to get all of it. So if you have contaminated little flecks of chicken getting everywhere, you can make yourself sick. So first of all, it's dangerous. If there is foodborne, second of all, it's a waste of your time. If there's foodborne illness like salmonella present in chicken, you're not doing anything. All you're doing is making salmonella soup. You're just rinsing it around. The only way salmonella or any foodborne illness can be killed is to cook something to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. So you're not helping the matter by rinsing it. You're certainly not rinsing off foodborne illness. Number 3, you're introducing water to a porous meat. So it just waterlogs the meat and you're not benefiting from it. You're not helping anything. So the biggest thing that I get from people when I say this, they go, but the chicken's slimy. If the chicken is slimy, don't use it. If the chicken is slimy, it might be bad and you shouldn't be eating slimy chicken. Now, if it's normal, just a little moisture on chicken, which is totally normal for meat, take a paper towel and pat it dry. That is perfectly fine. But other than that, stop rinsing your chicken.
Yeah. Yes. And these are the things too where like I think it's like trust your senses a little bit. If it looks slimy, if it smells off, like we've all been there, right? You've gotten meat from the grocery store that's been like maybe one day ahead of when it was gonna not be able to be sold anymore, and you're like, that'll probably keep, and it kind of doesn't. And then if it feels slimy, extra slimy, like it feels gross, and like sorry for we should have given some sort of warning beforehand if it like triggers a thing in your brain. I get it, but like because it is for me a little bit too right now. But like and also there's no harm in dabbing off the chicken with a paper towel because that'll, especially if you're going to sear it in a pan, that actually might help it.
It does, yeah, because you don't want too much excess moisture to start boiling your chicken when you really want to sear it. It needs to be free of moisture. So I completely get if it's a little waterlogged, that sometimes happens, just pat it dry. If it's waterlogged, you don't need to introduce more water to it. You're not helping the situation, anyone.
Okay, so don't wash the chicken off. And really, this is like food safety basics. You shouldn't be doing this any kind of meat at all.
Nope, you should not. No, sir. The only exception to the rule, I would say, is if you're defrosting something like shrimp and you put it in cold water. But then you have to make sure to drain it really, really well. Because again, you don't want to waterlog your meats, your seafoods, etc. The seafood came out of the water, so you don't need to put it back in the water.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's a great one. We're gonna get some comments about it. I'm sure that people will be like,
sure.
I did it this way forever. Like I'm sure.
Yeah, I know.
But let's take a quick break here. We come back with our caller, and you guys, you're gonna love her. I mean, she was fantastic. She is a nurse. She is busy all the time. Her husband works. There are teenagers in the house here, and she just got back from a trip of a lifetime. And really, I think that's
it came through.
Yeah, where we met her here is in this thing. Yeah, and we have a very fun recipe.
Yes, we do. I love it. I love this recipe. This is my favorite so far.
All right, we'll be back.
Tired of the same old when you go out on a date or out with your partner, your friends, your family? Try something different. Go to culinary.com and look into our group classes for a fun and unique night out. Located in beautiful downtown Plymouth at the Historic Park Building, I am so excited to launch classes like homemade pasta, knife skills, plenty of seasonal and cultural nights of fun and learning. Jump on culinary.com, that's KALOTA culinary.com, and go to the group class section where you can browse all my classes and book a ticket right online. There's only 28 seats per class and they go quick. We cannot wait to see you there. All right, so our caller this week is April. April recently did a Tour d'Italia. She just went to Italy. She is fresh back from Italy. She is on an Italian high. And I know that there's, of course, just going on vacation, there's not a ton in your fridge. And at the same time, she might be a little homesick already for Italy. I'm not sure. But welcome to Panic at the Pantry, April.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me. Yes, I am definitely feeling quote unquote homesick from Italy, and I want to be adopted into the Italian lifestyle, and I only want to hang out with Italians from here on out and drink Italian wine only.
Before April, that we like go into your fridge, dive into the pantry here, walk us through what a typical week is like, one that you didn't just get back from Italy.
Oh boy. Carry out times 5 days a week. And maybe 2 days a week my husband will cook, and on the weekends I don't know, I might cook here and there.
Got it.
But it's a lot of carry out lately.
Sure. That totally happens. That's been me too lately. It's just one of those things. Finding time to be in the kitchen is kind of hard. What does that mean? How often do you get to a grocery store then?
We do a lot of online like shopping, Costco online or Kroger online. So I don't really spend a whole lot of time, in grocery stores these days. But we
That's
shop like
fantastic.
once a week online.
Okay, that's fantastic. And then the other thing too that we always want to ask is any food allergies or things you guys definitely won't eat that you want us to steer clear of?
So for me, I just don't eat broccoli or cauliflower, and that's literally a legit allergy. I'm not 5 years old, like boo-hooing about it. But other than that, no. Everything is pretty much go for it. I don't like spicy things.
Got
Too
it.
spicy. All right, beautiful. Okay, so love this. Is a super easy stipulations. Let's go into your fridge. So take us over to your fridge, open it up, and go ahead and walk us through. Tell us what you have, what you don't have. We want to see it all, good, bad, the ugly.
All right. Well, it just so happens that I cleaned my fridge not for you guys, but because I had 3 people staying at my house.
Ah,
So it's actually kind of pretty right now. So I have some yogurts, probably expired at this point. I just went to the meat market, so I have raw chicken breast here. I have ground turkey here. I bought a pork shoulder earlier, yesterday. We got some leftovers from lunch, some eggs.
We got bacon, we got cheese. That's the meat drawer.
Yep. Got my condiments all here, assortments of, all typical stuffs. And then this is usually just like our drinks.
actually, yeah,
Don't
there's like energy drinks and go up a little bit for me, April. I see, so there's some jellies up there, yeah, and maybe mustard next to it, correct?
Garlic.
Oh, okay, garlic. No, we're gonna throw away the garlic. You know how I feel about the garlic. That's okay. Go over to the other side and let's those condiments. Yeah, you've got some good ones. So we have a little bit of sour cream. Yeah.
Yes.
And below it, I see hot sauce. Do you have any soy or anything like that?
Ooh, yes.
Some soy. Okay, beautiful.
Got some soy from teriyaki.
Okay,
Barbecue dressings.
beautiful. Do you have anything like mayo or anything like that?
Um, maybe in the pantry unopened.
Unopened. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
nope, I lied.
Oh, some mayo. Stunning. Okay. All right, beautiful. What else do we have in the fridge?
Hold on. I gotta close the store, otherwise it'll just keep chiming at me.
It's like, that's everyone's fridge actually that we've noticed. Every single person start yelling at them.
What else do you want to see? I got egg whites.
Okay, so do you have any fresh fruits or vegetables?
Not really.
Or is just the meat?
We just have apples. We do have some fresh produce.
Oh yeah, I see. Okay, tell me what's in there.
I got some baby lettuce mix with a variety. Got some green beans,
Okay.
some tomatoes, celery. Got some Brussels.
Oh.
Got a red pepper here.
Oh, you got a lot.
Cucumber and carrots.
Did you just tell me that you didn't have any fresh produce and you opened up a drawer with fresh produce?
I cannot deny or admit that if it's good or not.
That's what I was just thinking. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. She was like, I don't really have any produce, and then like we have a whole garden in one of these drawers here. All right.
I mean, these don't look really good. I don't know if you can see, but they're kind of milky.
Oh, the green beans? Oh,
Yeah.
those might be.
Green beans are bust.
Yeah.
Brussels. But Brussels look questionable, but I think they might be okay.
They might be okay.
October 9th, I think we're good. For
we're
was
fine. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we're totally fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Will you that middle shelf? See, that was the shelf that you had the chicken on, and then you've got eggs over there on the right hand side. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that you just moved all your produce there. Okay. Okay. What's
Yeah.
what's in the back left there in that bag?
This
Yeah.
is pork. This is a pork shoulder.
Pork shoulder.
Okay.
What was it?
I was gonna make some pulled pork today, but I
oh,
yeah, I
now
know.
that. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know already.
Where my head went. That's where my head went.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I don't know how to feel about where your head went yet.
That's all right. It's gonna be great.
You knew.
Okay,
All
let's see the freezer.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Freezer. All right. What do we have in here? We got mom's spaghetti.
Oh, sweet.
I know. But mom's so cute. She's like, I want to make sure you guys are fed when you come home from Italy. I'm like,
Aw.
thanks, Mom. We got some chicken tenders, got some frozen bread, got some waffles. We have frozen chicken. Lots of, we got some frozen meat here too. Lean beef. Lots of frozen vegetables. Green beans. This is anti-April because it's got broccoli and cauliflower in it.
Mm.
Got some white corn, carrots, and asparagus mix. It's over here. This is Italian style anti-April color blonde. And this is from Southwest style. What is this? Brown rice, black beans, corn, red bell pepper, Southwest style.
Okay.
Got some tilapia, waffles,
Okay.
Okay.
and some salmon burgers.
Oh.
Okay. Let's check out the pantry. Let's check out the dry stuff.
Oh, hold on. My teenage son is home, so God knows what this looks like in here for sleep. Okay, we're good.
Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful pantry.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, great. Yeah, it should dance hall. We don't have one of those.
No.
All right, so we got some canned goods up here, some black beans and some corn, some northern beans, more corn, cream of chicken, tomato sauce, more tomato sauce, some fire roasted tomatoes.
Are those fire roasted tomatoes? Are they diced tomatoes or are they whole tomatoes? They were
They're diced.
diced. Okay.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. Uh,
Got some pure pumpkin. We got some Thin Marzano, the best. Let's see, those are peeled tomatoes there.
Okay.
Got some Italian breadcrumbs, some marinara sauce. We got some salsa, some more jelly. Oh, what do you got? Enchilada sauce down
Oh.
here. Lots of other condiment dressings, applesauce. Similar to over here, dressings, honey. This is tomato paste. What else do we have? We have some beef broth. We got some chicken broth.
oh my gosh, is that everything in like this beautiful rustic? Yes, it is. It's this beautiful rustic crate. She's got a escape. She has like a pantry scape going on. It's beautiful. Holy moly.
Thank you. I worked hard.
I love it.
I wanted to impress you.
Don't do that. I want to see it the way it really is, darn it. Sorry.
It is actually really like this, unless we go to like Costco and we get a Costco haul, and then it's just a big crapshoot of stuff everywhere. But for the most part, we're gonna try to keep it organized. Like I said, I just had 3 people staying at my house, so I had to make sure it was pretty. So this was good timing for this call. What else we have? This is flour. We have some lasagna noodles here. We have some pasta noodles. I think it's angel hair. In there. Dropping down a row of whiskey. Thirsty guys. We
Pantry.
got some.
Yep.
We got some brown rice because we're lazy and we're busy. So we got some quick like zapping rice for brown and white rice. But I also have, when I'm not lazy, actual brown rice and white rice and my little things here. Got
Listen,
some
there's
brown
nothing wrong with those packaged rice things. I like to nuke them. They're great. Like really, they're so handy, and I love to make like a quick bowl out of those. Like people who have those in their pantry who've talked to us are always like, "Don't look," and it's like, no, that's okay. Those are there for a reason.
Oh, good. Good. Thank you for not judging me. I appreciate that, Grant. Okay, what else do we have here? Sugar.
So, question on the pasta: Do we have
Sure.
pasta? Do we have pasta and what kind?
Pasta noodles.
Yes.
I just have lasagna noodles and just standard spaghetti. I think they're spaghetti or they're angel hair. I'm not sure in here.
And another weird question that goes back to your fridge: Do you have Parmigiano Reggiano or Parmesan cheese?
I do not.
Okay, never mind. That leaves out something that I
Yeah.
thought.
I have Colby, like shredded Colby jack cheese.
Yeah, that's generally not going to work with carbonara. So,
Yes. Not gonna work at all.
Okay.
Okay. Bottom row here, I got some taco shells. This is some bakery items for pancakes and cornbread, and ramen noodles for the boy, and some macaroni and cheese for the boy, and tuna kits to go because I'm a nurse and you just got to eat on the go sometimes.
Yep.
Mhm.
Got some protein bars, and just some random snacky things.
Okay. Did I see like a case of Coca-Cola down there too in the very bottom?
Yeah.
How many are left in there?
Probably a lot. Oh, yeah. There's
Okay.
probably like at least 6 in there.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
I know what you're thinking.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Do you have an onion, by the way? Did we see fresh onions or raw onions? Okay. That's okay. That's okay. Do you have anywhere your spices are? Do you have like onion powder or fantastic? Where are the rest of your spices actually? Are they?
No, you really want to see that?
Yeah.
I didn't clean this for the people, okay? Cricket. All right, so this is all my spices here.
Listeners, she opened this thing and was like, I didn't clean it, but they're like all front facing and like standing like soldiers at attention in a row. Like, oh, all right. All right.
Every time.
Uh-huh.
I promise. I promise. I did move some things around in the fridge, I will admit, but that was it.
Okay. Okay, so we got a bunch of oils up there, some vinegars, great. Cumin, salt. Okay. And then in your spices down there, we've got onion powder, garlic powder.
Just taking
Yeah.
down some of these spices. Yeah, she's looking at all of them. It looks like she has a large stash here. And yeah, I see the onion powder at the end there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
glorious.
Okay.
Okay, I'm anxious because I know what Grant's thinking. So
Oh,
yeah,
no?
yeah. No, I wanna definitely talk about it. So here's the portion, April, where you are just gonna put yourself on mute. We're gonna have Grant and I are gonna have a little conversation here and
Okay.
basically gossip about you for a hot second. And then we will ask you to come back on and we'll talk about the recipe that we have created out of our imaginations for you.
Sounds great.
Okay, we'll see you in a second.
Okay. So here's what I'm thinking, and I think we might be thinking the same thing. That pork shoulder in there, right? That she said she already wanted to make pulled pork with. Let's do that, but let's use I think 1 can of Coke in either if she wants to do a whole roast one, like in a pot itself, or a slow cooker, she can do it in that too. I think that might be an easier option. A mom with a teenager who is also a nurse who just got back from a trip, like there's a lot of moving parts to get back into life there. So slow cooker might be a little easier. A crock pot, right? Pork shoulder in there with can of Coke, because the acid in that, the sugar in that will help break down the fat and the connective tissue in that shoulder, which sometimes that's still in there. And then I like to add apple to this recipe. So you take slices of that apple and you also put them in the crock pot itself or the roasting pan you're in, and let that all get like all together. Add to the pork itself before you put it in there, obviously, like salt and pepper all the way around, coat it. I would do the garlic pepper or the garlic powder and the onion powder on that as well. I didn't see if she had any mustard powder. I like that in a Sammy barbecue situation like that. But then you would sear it on all sides beforehand to make sure that you get that color, because color is flavor. And then you put that in the crock pot again and let that cook for probably 4 to 6 hours on high, 8 hours on low. And then, I mean, there are so many there. I would serve this with the Brussels sprouts. I would serve it with a salad that we could put on the side of that, because she did have so many things of produce in there, even for somebody who just got back. So I think there's all that there. What are you thinking here?
I'm so glad that you noticed the Coke, because I would have normally glazed over it. But as soon as you questioned, I'm like, oh, I know where he's going. So for those of you at home, Coke is really incredible to braise things in, because just as Grant said, the acid and the sweetness to it. And also you can use the juice that you braised in afterwards, and thicken it for a true barbecue sauce. And then I like to pull the pork and then throw it right back into that sauce. So it's nice and juicy. So yes, and yes. I was trying to think maybe we could go a little more towards the Italian side for her, but I can't with that gorgeous pork shoulder and the Coke there. It's calling us. It just
I know.
is.
We could do, I mean, you could do sort of a braised. Oh boy, this is going to be a kind of a weird one in the way that I like tried to get us to do a blueberry pasta sauce that one time.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking in a way that, like, you know how Italians love like Fernet and the digestives and those things. You could sort of do that with the Coke. You boil it down for a little bit so that it gets really thick and syrupy. You add a little bit of balsamic vinegar to that so that you get it becomes sort of this like caramely, almost medicinally tasting thing. You coat this entire pork shoulder in Italian spices, and then you use what you've cooked down as a glaze for it. And then you let it roast in the pan or in the slow cooker with the whole Marzano tomatoes. And what you get is sort of this almost like an Italian beef style pork. I don't hate that idea either. I think I like the barbecue idea better, our initial one, but I just had a little brain blast there. That's all.
No, I love it. I love it because it's like, oh gosh, I forgot the word for it, but there is a sweet and sour sauce that I always make with pork chops that is balsamic, that is reduced down with a tiny bit of tomato paste, honey, etc. So I know where your head's at. I agree with you though. I like the barbecue version better, and also because it's a little more simple. And since she is busy, they both work. That they have teenagers. I think we make this as easy as possible when it comes to that. So on top of it, though, she did have some really cool condiments that even if she were to go get, because, it can't be done, sometimes it needs to be done next day, maybe. I don't know if she has time today for 6 hours of a braise, but she has sour cream. She has a bunch of condiments and hot sauces to make some sort of sauce. Go get some tacos, man. Go pick up some flour or corn tortillas, and you have some amazing tacos. So you not only have the meal with the vegetables, you have the tacos for, days to come as well.
Right. Right. I mean, that's a pretty big pork shoulder in there too. So there's a lot of ways to use this. And like, I also like mixing up sort of those things too. I like making kind of a barbecue pork taco. I think that's great. I like adding a little bit of barbecue pork to a bowl of ramen. I know she had those ramen noodles down there. I think that's very fun to play with those flavors, because the sweet and the zesty, or the sweet and the sassy, or whatever you want to call it, like whatever they call the barbecue sauce. I think that always works when you want to cross, what we think of as like culinary lines a lot too. Barbecue kind of, I don't know, smooths out most of those things.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, because you have sweet, smoky, spicy, you have everything with it. So they're fun flavors to play with. And the nice thing about having a big thing of meat like that is you can do this and have this for days to come and repurpose it into a lot of different things, even on salads. I mean, but I'm a big believer in throw everything on the salad. So
yeah. I also, and this is the last thing before we bring April back in, I like pulled pork on a breakfast sandwich. You put it,
Oh, yes.
uh-huh, because it's like bacon. It's like if bacon and Canadian bacon had a baby. It's great. So let's bring her back in here and we'll work this recipe out.
Okay, love it. All right, April, come on back on and we are ready for you.
Hello.
Hello. So I'm going to let Grant take the lead on this because our heads were in the exact same place and he knows exactly what to do and why this pretty unique thing that not everyone's niche, I guess, but not too niche. So take
Yeah.
it away.
Okay. So April, you've got a crock pot?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. That's what I figured you were going to make that pulled pork in. And so we're going
Yeah.
to do pulled pork, but we're going to do it just a little bit differently. What we're going to do is you're going to take salt, pepper, the garlic powder, the onion powder, and if you had any mustard powder in there. If you don't, that's fine. But if you do, add a little bit of that in there. I would say maybe a half teaspoon. I would do a teaspoon to almost maybe 2 teaspoons of all the other ones, and then rub it all over the pork. Let that sit out on a counter for maybe 15 minutes or so. Let it rest for a second, and then heat up a pan, preferably cast iron, but it can be anything that you can sear this in, and you're going to sear it on all sides so that it's golden brown to like deeper brown. And that way you get all this beautiful color and caramelization and something called Maillard, which is what happens on meat. But like color here is flavor. And then you're going to put that in your crock pot, just as is. Maybe a little bit of olive oil or neutral oil in there, just so that it doesn't like create a whole crust on the bottom. And then you're going to take a couple of those apples you have in there, slice them up into regular slices, throw those in there, and then take a whole can of Coke and dump it over this pork shoulder. And you're going to turn the crock pot on high, probably 4 to 6 hours. If you want it on lows, you can set it during when you go to work and forget it and come back home, it'll be done. Make sure that it's up to at least 160 when you get home, though. That's just food safe stuff. And then you'll be able to pull it, take it out of there, pull it apart, and then whatever the jus is, the juice that's left in the bottom, you can put that in a pan and you can cook that down to basically make a little barbecue sauce for this. And then you put all the pulled pork right back in there, you mix it up, and you can put it on pretty much anything. You want to have it with rice, you want to have it on buns, you want to add anything else that makes it a little spicier to it. If somebody else in your house, I know you said you like spicy, but you can put this on almost anything, and that pork should look pretty big, and so you're gonna have it for days. But it should be super simple and super fast.
Love that.
Danielle, am I missing anything?
I want to add too, actually, to the spice list for a little bit of smoked paprika, if you have it, on top of the onion and garlic powder, because we were talking about those barbecue flavors before, and smokiness is essential. You might miss a little bit of that with the sweetness of the Coke. So to add that extra smokiness, and I would be pretty heavy-handed. I'd say at least tablespoon, if not more, of the smoked paprika or whatever paprika that you have.
Okay. I have smoked paprika. I don't have the garlic powder though.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, no, I do. Sorry. I do have garlic powder.
Oh, okay. It'll still work. It would work either way because the Coke here has so much flavor that, those things are going to be little hints and notes you get, but really it'll be this sweet, barbecue-y, caramely tasting pork shoulder.
Sounds amazing. Can you come over and cook it for me?
If only.
That's a different podcast and a different fee, but actually, shameless plug, Colada Culinary can come to you and teach you one-on-one how to cook in your own home. Just saying. Just saying.
Yes, girl. Get that Italian in my kitchen. Stay here. I'll have an extra room.
I love it. So just so you know, too, something about this recipe is it's like Grant said, it can be repurposed for days. You have a lot of things in there that you can repurpose it with. So, for example, you have Brussels sprouts. You can chop those up and just give them a nice little saute with salt, pepper. I love to do it in bacon and bacon fat as well. I know you have pork and pork, but for me, you can never have too much pig. So here we are. And you can pair it with those vegetables. Of course, you have things in there to make a salad, your salad mix, pair it with that. But as the week goes on and you want to make something like different, for example, tacos, then you can make a really simple sauce. You have mayo, you have sriracha, you have soy, you have a little hot sauce. Just mix those together, and then you can smear a little on a flour or corn tortilla and put the pulled pork in it, and you have a real smoky, nice pulled pork taco, really. So it could be repurposed in so many different ways throughout the week. You will have that meat for a while.
Love it.
Any other questions before you head off and make this yourself?
Okay, so for the au jus, and you said to put that in a pan, is that something that I'm letting thicken? Am I heating it up, or
Yes.
I'm just okay? Go ahead.
Yeah, you let that heat up till it doesn't quite boil, but it simmers for a little while, and you'll notice after a little amount of time, maybe 15, 20 minutes or so, it'll thicken down and get kind of syrupy. And that's what you want.
Okay, got it.
And that's always
Cool.
you can always turn the heat down a little bit too there so it doesn't burn. And slow and low is perfect for barbecue, and so that's like right up this alley.
Okay, got it. No, I
Okay.
don't think I have any other questions. I'm excited. I bought those Cokes for my mom. There's literally no one else in this house that drinks Coke. And yeah, that's wild that you guys saw that, because I'm kind of ashamed of it being in my pantry, but now I'm like, oh yeah, I know Coke.
I told Grant, I'm so glad that he noticed it, because normally I would have just glazed over it. But as soon as he questioned it, I go, oh, goodness. Yes, yes, yes. The first time I actually had something like this was in Mexico, and I am in love. You'll love it. It's so good.
That's great.
Yeah, that's great. So it's kind of like a lot of, when you're cooking with wine or beer or anything like that, it just helps break up. You said, I was listening, it just breaks up the tissues, and does it allow the meat to be sweeter and like softer?
Yep.
Okay.
Sweeter and more tender. That's what it's all about. Yeah.
Cool. Love it.
Okay. April, thank you so much for doing this. Thanks for letting us into your home and into your food. This was so much fun.
Yeah, thank you. No, I loved it. I look forward to making the recipe, and I'll give you guys my feedback.
Please do tag us. Thank you
Will
so
do.
much. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
you. All right, everyone, that was the best. I am so excited for this recipe, and actually it's got me thinking, because I'm always craving pulled pork barbecue Mexican food, always. So I'm ready to do it myself.
So I didn't do this with April because I wanted to get her the recipe, but I did steal this idea from my dad a little bit. He has every year in our family, we do a Memorial Day rib off. And
Oh, yeah.
my dad consistently wins because he does this thing where he boils them and broils them and boils them, but his secret is Coke. And I saw that and I was like, well, I gotta shout out to Ron Herms here and do that. And so that's where that came from. And I think she's really gonna like it.
I do too. It really is, and it's such a nice tip. So I'm really glad that we went there, not just for her, but for listeners too, because it's just such a neat thing to be able to do. So that's our show, everyone. Thank you so much for listening this week and tuning in to this very special episode. As always, make sure that you're following or subscribed, leave a comment or a review. It helps us a ton.
And you can tag us on social media. It's on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Everything is under Kalota Culinary, Kalota. On YouTube, it is panic.atthepantry. Also, you can just search those things and they'll pop right up. You can find me if you want to tag me for some weird reason. I don't know. I'm at Grant Herms on Twitter and Blue Sky, and at Grant Herms TV on everything else.
And you can tag me everywhere at Kalota Culinary, and go on KalotaCulinary.com for recipes, tips, and more. And we will see you next time.
See ya.
Chop, 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 choppity chop, chop.